Hey, welcome back. Today, we are diving into something that's a huge security blind spot for so many companies, using AI in human resources. It sounds great, right? Super efficient. But as we're about to see, it could be a ticking time bomb just waiting to go off, full of data breaches and legal nightmares. So, let's figure out how to defuse it.
And just so you know, all the information we're digging into today is straight from Chapter 2 of a really detailed tutorial on AI security from Virtualization Options LLC. We're going to focus specifically on what they had to say about the HR department.
So, why the drama? Ticking time bomb? I mean, really? What makes using AI in HR so much more dangerous than, say, using it in the marketing department or for sales? Well, it all boils down to one thing: the data. Your HR department is sitting on a mountain of the most sensitive, personal, and legally protected information in the entire company. We're talking social security numbers, home addresses, medical histories, performance reviews, you name it. It's the crown jewels of personal data.
And this slide right here gets to the heart of the problem. On one hand, you have the promise of AI, right? It can draft job descriptions, screen resumes in a flash, even analyze feedback. It seems like a dream. But on the other hand, you have the reality of HR. They have to operate inside a legal minefield with laws like the ADA and GDPR that govern everything. One wrong move, one accidental data share, and you are looking at massive lawsuits.
So let's get practical. How does this actually go wrong? We're going to walk through 4 really common scenarios where a well-meaning HR person, just trying to be a little more efficient, can accidentally trigger a total catastrophe.
Okay, scenario 1, processing resumes. Picture this: an HR coordinator has a stack of 50 resumes. To save time, they just upload them all to a public AI tool and say, hey, rank these for me. Seems innocent enough, right? What could go wrong?
Well, what's really happening is a huge data leak. The names, addresses, phone numbers, and entire work histories of 50 people just got sent to some third-party server. That alone could violate privacy laws like GDPR. And what's worse, if that AI model has any hidden biases and ranks people unfairly, well, your company is now on the hook for discrimination.
All right, next up, let's talk about performance reviews. You know how hard those can be to write? So imagine a manager gets stuck. They decide to upload all of their raw notes on their team, including some really personal stuff about health issues or family problems, and asks the AI to help clean it up and write the reviews.
This is way more than just a data breach. It is a massive betrayal of trust. That manager just leaked confidential performance info, not to mention potentially protected medical details. You're now looking at privacy claims, maybe even ADA violations, and good luck getting your employees to trust you again.
Now let's really turn up the heat. An HR investigator just wrapped up a super sensitive harassment investigation. They've got pages and pages of notes from interviews and witness statements. To make sense of it all, they upload everything to an AI tool to get a quick summary.
This is an absolute nightmare scenario. We're talking about the most toxic, sensitive data you can imagine. Names, allegations, private stories, now floating around outside the company. The legal fallout is just staggering. You've got a huge privacy breach, you could be sued for defamation, and you've completely destroyed the integrity of your own investigation.
And for our last scenario, this one is tricky, because it starts with someone trying to do the right thing. An analyst wants to check if the company has any pay gaps. So they upload a spreadsheet with every single employee's salary and demographic info into an AI tool to run an analysis.
And once again, good intentions pave the road to disaster. The company's entire salary structure is now exposed. But here's the real trap. What if the AI finds a problem? What if it confirms you're underpaying a certain group? Well, you've just created a perfect, time-stamped piece of evidence for a lawsuit, and you stored it on a third-party server you don't control.
Okay, these scenarios might sound a little theoretical, but believe me, they are not. Let's look at a real, anonymous case study that shows just how badly this can blow up in your face.
So what happens in the real world when a single employee decides to use an unapproved AI tool just to save a little time? How bad can it actually get?
The story is frighteningly simple. An HR generalist needs to write a termination letter. So they upload the employee's entire personnel file, social security number, performance history, everything, to a free AI website. The AI spits out a letter. Fast forward 3 months, and this comes out during a lawsuit. Suddenly, the company has to admit they have no idea where that employee's most sensitive data went. It's just gone into a black box.
And the cost? The immediate financial hit was just staggering. The legal bills alone, before any fines or settlements, were more than this huge, redacted number.
And that's all from one employee's 5-minute productivity hack.
But oh, it got so much worse. The company had to pay a way bigger settlement to the former employee. Then they had to send a notice to all 500 of their current employees telling them their data might have been exposed. Then the state attorney general launched an investigation, and of course, the HR generalist who started it all was fired. It was a domino effect of disaster.
Okay, enough of the scary stuff. Let's talk about solutions. How can you actually use the power of AI without setting your company on fire? The good news is there's a clear 6-step plan to get this under control.
Here's the roadmap. First, you have to implement strict data classification. You need to know what data is sensitive. Second, you have to give your team approved, safe AI tools to use. Third, you need protocols to de-identify data, to strip out personal info whenever possible. Fourth, you set up technical safeguards, like a safety net. Fifth, you need a formal review process for any new tools. And finally, number 6, you have to train your people constantly using real HR scenarios.
Now everything, and I mean everything, starts with that first step, data classification. It's the foundation of the whole strategy. It's really just about putting labels on your data. Things like PII, medical records, investigation files, you label them all restricted. That means they have a big, bright red line around them. And the rule is simple. They can never go into an external AI, period.
And beyond that, there are a few other critical things to do. Don't just tell people no. Give them safe alternatives, like an enterprise-grade AI that comes with data protection guarantees. Then, use technology to help you out. Set up data loss prevention systems that can automatically block a social security number from being sent out. And finally, you have to train. Make it specific to HR, make it relentless, and use real stories so they get it.
So at the end of the day, it all comes down to this one simple question. That tiny bit of efficiency your team might gain, is it really worth a catastrophic data breach, a multi-million-dollar lawsuit, and totally destroying the trust of your employees? When you lay it all out like that, I think the answer is pretty clear. Thanks for tuning in.